This is my dear friend, Barl Solomon, originally from Montreal, where we became very close in his search and journey to find Yiddishkeit, Judaism. Listen to him. He's powerful, he's wonderful. And on the flip side, let's have a discussion.
Time that every Jew becomes religious. I know it's a big statement. I know that it is a big remark. But if we're seeing one thing in this world, ladies and gentlemen, it is that we no longer could turn to the left. We no longer could turn to the right. We can't even turn to the center anymore. The only place that a Jew could turn is up. And you might say to yourself, well, I've never been religious. I don't even believe in God. You're telling me to become religious? So number one, God believes in you. Okay, you have to understand what it means to be a Jew. It didn't just happen that we just fell here and you just found yourself in 2024 out of nowhere and you're a Jew. You are part of an incredible lineage, an incredible chain that has spanned for 3,800 years. And what makes a Jew is not bagel lox and cream cheese, although that's delicious. It's not going to pro-Israel rallies, although that is needed. What makes a Jew is his connection to God. And the way to connect to God is through doing mitzvot. For example, tefillin, Shabbos, kosher, lighting Shabbat candles, giving tzedakah, giving charity, doing things that our Torah, learning Torah, that our Torah commands us to do. There's nothing else. Guys, wake up. There's nothing else that is coming to save us. Every door has closed. You know, in the times of Germany, with the Nazis, Yimach Shemam, may their name be destroyed. At least it was Germany that we were fighting against. At least it was their party that we're fighting against. Today, it's the whole world. Every door has closed, but there's one door that's still open. And God is begging and waiting for every single Jew to come home. It is high time that every Jew comes home to Hashem. And it's high time that every Jew picks up his beautiful inheritance, what has been waiting for him this whole time. God is begging you. He's begging you to pick it up. So answer the call. The time is now.
And indeed, the time is now more than ever before. October 7th, I think, was a wake-up call for the Jewish people. On campus, over 30% of the students, the Jewish students, it was a wake-up call for them, not to fear anti-Semitism, but to recognize that I'm a Jew and that I have to make that an integral part, the most important part of my life, and therefore, as a result, to connect to who I am. Why do the mitzvah? Because a mitzvah, we call it a commandment, but really what it is an opportunity to make a divine connection, to bring the divine light of God into my life. But if I'm a Jew, don't I have a connection already? The truth is, every human being does have a connection to God, absolutely. But what it means to do the mitzvah, the commandments of God, it means to be really true to who you are. Meaning, the mitzvah is not like a to-do list, get your homework done, clean your room, and go to sleep on time and go to school on time as the children are raised by parents. The to-do list. The mitzvah is really an expression of who we are. Every mitzvah is a reflection of some aspect of my divine soul. And by doing the mitzvah, all I'm doing is revealing the true inner self, the true inner soul that I have, that the mitzvah is a reflection of. I remember very clearly when our family, with young children, I was the rabbi at the Chabad house, McGill Campus University, chaplain at McGill University also. And when it came to the holiday of Sukkot, the holiday where we sit in a booth, where we have the four kinds of the lulav, the esrog, the myrtle branch, and the willow branch, and we make a blessing over them. So my kids ages 12, 10, 8, 6, and so on. They would straddle the walkway and by the holiday. When the students were going between classes, they would approach them and say, Chag Sameach, happy holidays. Would you like to take a moment to do the mitzvah? And often we would know who's Jewish. You know why? Two things. One student would come and say, "Oh, I haven't done this mitzvah for such a long time." And they would take the lulav and the etrog and they would start making a blessing over it in just great excitement because they haven't done this, maybe for a few years. Then you had another student who didn't melt like the first student did, actually made eye contact. You saw from a bit of a distance, and then made a beeline to try to move away from you, or my kids better. The kids saw that or whatever, and they would go up to them and ask them, "Are you Jewish? You like to do a mitzvah?" And they say, "Well, we're going to class. We don't have time." Sometimes we were with a non-Jewish student, and the non-Jewish student would say to the Jewish student, "Why are you lying to the kid? Well, we got 15 minutes. Well, the kid's asking you something." Now, I will suggest that both students, the one who melted to do the mitzvah and the one who kind of ran away from doing the mitzvah, are in essence the same reaction. A mitzvah is a reflection of the Jew. Tefillin is a reflection of the Jewish soul. Shabbos candles is a reflection of the Jewish soul. Lulav and esrog on the holiday of Sukkot is a reflection of the Jewish soul. Some people, they love the mitzvah and that reflection of them, and therefore they want to embrace it. They want to embrace that beautiful image of their soul that's imprinted upon their soul. Other people, it's an image of them, but they want to repress it. They want to run away from it. It's not something that they want or feel comfortable with. But why are they running away? Because it's an image of them that they are not so comfortable with. The non-Jew was curious. "Hey, what are you telling him? Why are you lying? We got time." He's asking you something. Because it wasn't a threat to them, because it's not an image of their soul that they might be threatened by it. But for the Jew, the mitzvah is a part of them. So, with my dear friend, Barl Solomon, who actually began his journey, well, a good part of his journey began with us in Chabad and went further. And now he himself is a great force in bringing Jews closer to Judaism. Yes, it's time to come home to yourself. The mitzvah is the reflection of who the Jew is. Let's embrace it. It doesn't have to be every mitzvah. Start with one mitzvah today. Embrace that mitzvah, maybe the one that you're a little more comfortable with, whether it's tefillin, or whether it's starting to keep kosher. And even in kosher, if you're not ready for the whole thing, start with one element of kosher. Kosher meat. No non-kosher meat anymore. Imagine that. How beautiful that is. How meaningful that is. Let's engage in a mitzvah. Let's do one more mitzvah together. If we all increase in another mitzvah, not only will that be redeeming for us, but that will bring redemption for the Jewish people and for the entire world of Mashiach now.